Hi, I'm Gabriel with Anicamp. Previously, Yuha was constantly bullied for having a little extra meat on his bones. One day he stumbled upon a door to another world and was granted overpowered leveling abilities and skills that night. He would also undergo a transformation and shock everyone when he returned to school. Yuha would then become close to a girl that he trains with, but it's shocked to find that she's trying to kill a princess. The story continues as Yu had just finished explaining to Lexi what his relationship is with Luna. What she is more interested in, though, is the magic he used to get them back to his house. He explains that he just wanted to use magic that made it easier to travel, and she points out how teleportation magic is the stuff of legends. It's magic that only exists in fairy tales, and if it's discovered that someone can use it, it could eventually lead to a war. Lexi makes some promise that he will never use it in front of anyone, and turns to ask Luna how long she plans to continue pretending to sleep. Lexi would like to know more about her, but Luna claims that they should just hurry up and kill her. Yuha says he would like to know more about her though, and the Re-God strikes again, as she can't help but tell her entire life story. Luna was an orphan that would work as a thief and scavenge through garbage, struggling desperately every day just to survive. Despite all that, someone found it in their heart to take her in. That person taught her to read and write, but above all taught her the means to survive. He taught her to be an assassin, since he was a professional and part of the Dark Guild. The Dark Guild is an awful organization that undertakes all manners of crime. Just like her master, Luna joined the Dark Guild, and as she completed countless assassinations, she became known as the Headhunter. Lexi is stunned to hear this name since she is so well known and even knight you about her. Lexi goes on to say that her most recent assignment was to assassinate Lexi, first princess of the Ia Kingdom. EU finds it strange that she's prepared for them to do what they wish, as she explains that the moment she attacked the princess, her execution was inevitable. Once it is found out that she failed to assassinate the princess, the Dark Guild will send assassins to kill her. She is destined to die either way, and tells Yuha that he shouldn't be so worried, since they only trained together for a short time. This infuriates Yuha, who acknowledges that their time together was short, but points out how he enjoyed every second of it, and still thinks of her as a friend. He begs her to stop talking the way she is, but it's too late, and she explains that her future can't be changed. Lexi doesn't like the way she's talking either, and Luna is shocked, as it sounds like she's just going to set her free. Lexi laughs at that idea, and explains that she wants Luna to serve as her personal guard. They're the only ones that know about her attack, so if they keep quiet about it, then it won't be a problem. On top of that, the Dark Guild will find it extremely difficult to get to a guard of the princess. Lexi is still in disbelief and reminds them that she's a professional killer and criminal. Lexi wants her to just let herself serve her ball. Luna continues to put herself down. She thinks that someone like her is not worthy to stand beside someone as graceful as Lexi, since she has murdered so many people. Her hands are irreversibly stained, but Lexi points out that there is nothing wrong with her hands. In fact, they're exceptionally soft, and Luna begins to credit Yu's bath, but stops so she can put herself down again. Lexi has heard enough though, and explains that Luna has lost a fight. This means she must behave herself now and obey the victor. So Luna finally agrees in the forest. Owen and his men desperately run from monsters. They decide that it would be best to just trust Yuha and retreat, as Owen cries out, hoping that Lexi will be safe back at the house. Lexi's first command is to have them call each other by their first name. Anna agrees to this command by her tyrannical leader. Her next command is that she be told more about this bath Luna spoke of. Luna is clearly eager to talk about it, as she explains that his bath not only recovers one from fatigue, but one's magic also recovers, and it has positive effects on beauty as well. Lexi is eager to give it a try. And you need the clients, her invitation to join in the bath. Luna must explain to the curious princess that she is simply friends with Yuha. Lexi doesn't believe that at all, and points out how it's clear that she has a lot of affection towards him. Lexi reveals her intentions to marry Yuha, but Luna instantly objects. Luna explains that she really likes having him as a training partner, but doesn't know about anything more. Lexi shocks her by declaring war, as is clear to her that even if she doesn't realize it, her feelings are definitely love. Lexi states that marrying him will make her the winner, and Luna can't hold back any longer, as she accepts the princess's declaration of war. The two return as Yu prepared to start cooking, but Lexi offers to do it instead. This is a very kind gesture, but it turns out she has no clue what she's doing while cutting a potato, and almost close our hero. Yuha cooks instead, and Lexi thanks him. Luna won't be outdone and asks him to feed her. She explains that her painful injuries haven't healed, so he agrees to do it. Luna's very pleased with herself, but Lexi wants to be fed as well. Yo-Yo points out how she isn't injured or anything, but Lexi just commands him to do it. Yo-Yo hopes that it's all over, but the girls explain that it's his turn to be fed. The next day the trio find Owen in his group. Owen is glad to see that Lexi is alright, but she explains that nothing even happened. Knight is introduced to him for the first time, and Owen thanks him for his part in protecting the princess. Luna is then next to be introduced. Lexi Brawley explains that she's an assassin that tried to kill her, and starting now she will be working as her guard. Of course, this shocks everyone, especially since that was supposed to be a secret. She says, oops, but it turns out to be pretty serious, as Owen has all the guards surround Luna. Lexi tries to explain that Luna trying to kill her is exactly why she wants her as a guard, but that makes no sense at all to Owen. Yu explains that they have already come to an agreement, but Owen wonders if that was her plan as an assassin from the start. Owen doesn't want to put her in that kind of danger, but Lexi states that if Luna wanted to assassinate her, then she would have done it as they slept together. Owen agrees to stop holding her at sword point, but will never be able to trust her completely. Yuha says that he has something unfortunate to say, and explains that he won't be able to go to the palace to visit the king anymore. Yesterday would have been fine, but he just says it's a personal matter, and thinks about how he really just needs to go to school. Yuha is invited to go whenever he pleases, and told that there's a small village nearby where he can get directions. They all say their formal goodbyes, but that isn't good enough for Luna as she runs to give him a kiss. She thanks him for everything, but also declares war against him. Lexi wants to do something too, but Owen's too busy staring at the sky to stop the carriage. Afterward, Yuha is a bit confused by what just happened, but this decides not to overthink it. He has seemingly forgot about school to take a bath, and finds that an adorable little animal has joined them. Yuha is surprised to see that he has tamed it, and even more surprised that his appraisal skill has leveled up to the point where it is transformed into the skill discernment. He gives the discernment a try and finds that he can now see the skills of others on his stats screen. Yu then channels his inner Ash Ketchum and has the animal use the Holy Ground attack, but finds that it's actually a recovery skill. He points out how the color of its fur is just like the color of dawn, and decides to name it. Knight then brings him a clock, which startles Yuya when he realizes he's going to be late for school. Luckily, he makes it just in time, and Miss Swata explains that they will be having a balgam competition. It consists of several different games that use balls, and the results will affect the bonus she receives, just like it did during the off-campus training. She wants them to compete to the death for her sake, but they're all pretty unenthusiastic about it. The competition will be sometime in the future, so they will practice for it. During PE, the first sport will be soccer, and they are split into teams. Yuha explains that he doesn't know the rules very well, so he has been assigned as the goalkeeper. The match begins, and Rio instantly shows up his skills by scoring a goal. The girls cheer him on, but this distracts everyone, and Akira thinks they're cheering for him. He proclaims that in his current state, he cannot be beaten by anyone and sends out his most powerful shot. Catches it with one hand, like an absolute boss, but doesn't know what to do with it. Now he is told to throw it as hard as he can and shocks everyone when he launches it across the entire field and into the opponent's goal. Everyone is in awe, but get even more shocked when all he wants to know is if that counts as a point. Thanks for watching part 4. There's an ongoing anime. Subscribe and click the bell icon to get new anime recaps.